In the previous video, we're able to establish the application of generating functions into combinatorial or combinatorics problems. It tells us, as mentioned before previously in the first video in this playlist, if we have a sub n x to the power of n, this a sub n is the coefficient of your expression with x to the power of n. This tells us a lot of ways. This tells the number of ways of selecting n objects. Okay, so say for example, if you're asked later on about how many ways can we select 7 objects from this set, so x to the power of 7, your n is 7, so you just simply need to look at the coefficient of x to the power of 7, given that you can come up with generated functions and maybe include in some operations later on. Whatever with that coefficient, that is the answer for a number of ways of selecting that number of objects. In the previous video, we're able to illustrate that concept using a set where there are no duplicates. This time, let's illustrate that as well, so that we could actually say that it's even true for multi-set. Say for example, you have your multi-set here, 2 times A, 1 times B. Of course, this is how we write multi-set, because we cannot write in our multi-set A, right? Because a set should only contain distinct objects. But this time for multi-set, we are guaranteeing that that is possible. Now, for this time, if we are going to select okay, one object from this, one object from this. Take note that we have the multi-set of A, and A is identical. We can only select A and B separately. We cannot say A sub 1 and A sub 2 because in the first place, it's a multi-set. They are the same. So the number of ways to select one object is actually equal to 2 ways. Now, in terms of a notation, if this is actually denoted, if we can select A and we can select B, this entails 2 ways. So that means if I'm going to select A, no matter what that A is, whether that's the first identical A or the second identical A, and I'm going also to pick another letter from the multiset, which is just B. So there are 2 ways for me to select one object, and it's located by the sum of these 2. Okay, 2 ways, A plus B, there are 2 of them, to select one, because this is one object and one object. Okay. Clearly, if you have been reviewing the previous video, this is where the multi-set and a non-multi-set is very different from one another. Now, to select 2 objects, okay, 2 objects in the set, okay, how many ways do we have? Of course, the first possibility is we're going to select A and then B, and then that A again doesn't matter with is that the first A or second A, because A is just identical. Well, that's the first one. If I'm going to select A and B, that's the one way. The other one is, of course, I'm going to select 2A. Fortunately, I'm going to select both of those A's in my selection. So these are just the possibilities for me to select 2 objects. There are also 2 ways for me to select 2 objects in this given multi-set, because then again, the 2 A's there are duplicates. So we cannot say A sub 1 and then B and then A sub 2, because they are actually identical A's. So generally, for our notation here, similar to this previous, if I'm going to select AB, I'm going to select 2 objects. I'm also going to select 2 objects here. I can write A and A, or even A squared if you would like to, because that's multiplication by of terms. So there are 2 ways for me to select 2 objects as well. The first one is AB, and the second one is AA, or in this case, A squared. So there are also 2 ways. And hopefully that's clear that these are actually connected, and this is how we illustrate that, because later on when we talk about functions, of course, our terms are separate by addition or even subtraction. Now finally, to select 3 objects from this multi-set, of course, there's only one way for me to select that, actually selecting those 2 A's and then B, because the set contains only 3 elements. So we only have one way to select those 3 objects. Or in this notation, if I'm going to select 2 A's and B, that is just one. I cannot have any other combinations because I have only 3 objects. So I have only one way. So this 3 indicates the number of ways. Again, this is 2 because we have 2 objects of 1 property. We have here two objects of two properties, but since these are the same, we can just consider that two properties, two objects rather. And we have here one selection of three properties. So this is for the multi-set. Now let me connect this to the concept of generating function. Now take note, we have two A's and one B. So for the selection of B, we have here 1 plus bx. This means that 1 can be, B cannot be, may not be selected, okay, or B may be selected once. That means if we're going to pick B, so it may not be selected or may be selected once. What does this mean? Because 1 is actually x to the power of 0. If we're going to return here, when we talk about x to the power of n, is actually selecting n objects. And a sub n is, again, as mentioned, that's the coefficient, that's the number of ways of selecting n objects. So here, since 0 objects, so B may not be selected, so that's possibility for B. And B may also be selected once because there's only one B there. Now for A may not be selected, just like in selecting one object, but you were able to select B and then none of those A's were selected. Now take note that both A's are actually similar, so we could also have A might be selected once. Okay, because if we're talking about selection of one object or selection of two objects, and in this case we selected A and B, so you're able to select A once. Now there's also a possibility where your A may be selected more than once or exactly 2 times. Okay, that is when, say for example, for selecting 2 objects, you were able to select A and A. And then if you're going to select 3 objects, we're able to select all of them, which includes A and A. So here, A may not be selected. A may be selected once. A may be selected twice. Okay? Once or not selected. So these are the possibilities for your multi-set A's and B's. Okay? Since there are 2 A's. So A, again, may be selected once, may be selected twice, or may not be selected. And as for B, may be selected once or may not be selected as well. I'm going to show you the connection of this when I multiply that these 3 here will appear in terms of number of ways later. Let me connect that. Okay? So you have here 1 plus bx, 1 plus ax plus a squared x squared. By distributive property, you have 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times ax is ax, 1 times ax squared is ax, or a squared rather, a squared x squared. Okay? Next, you will have here plus bx plus abx and plus a squared bx cubed. Okay, you have 1. I'm going to pair all of those with the same exponent. You have a squared x squared. Sorry. You have square here, right? Sorry. Square here. Plus ab x squared and plus a squared b x cubed. So we'll have here 1 plus a plus b x plus a squared plus ab x squared and plus a squared b x cubed. According to our understanding of generating functions, this a plus b is the number of ways of selecting an object once. If we're going to return to our situation earlier, yes, that was a plus b. So it supports our claim earlier. Similarly, the number of ways of selecting 2 objects is a squared plus ab, which is again represented by this 2 ways as well. And of course, the number of ways of selecting 3 objects is a squared b. We only have 1. That's for selecting 3 objects. This further proves or shows or supports the idea that if we have a sub n x to the power of n, whatever will be that coefficient, whether or not it's a result of operations or identities or the application of both, this is the coefficient also indicates number of ways to select n objects as supported by this illustration for multi-set in the previously provided video for non-multi-set. So generally, for these two succeeding videos, we're able to establish the idea that regardless of whether the set is multi-set or not, the coefficient will always tell us the number of ways of selecting that n number of selecting n number of objects. Let us have an illustration clearly of examples for this later in the next few videos. At least from this standpoint, we're able to understand that simply take the coefficient and that declares the number of ways of selecting that number of objects. Thank you very much for watching.